Hey everybody, today we're doing an overview of Blue Beetle Scarab War. And I'm going to tell you why this book pisses me off. Hey everybody, welcome back to BK's Bullets. As always, I'm your host, Brent, and today we're going to be doing an overview of Blue Beetle Scarab War, the trade paperback. It's labeled as Volume 1, but really it's Volume 2 as it does follow the Blue Beetle Graduation Day storyline. This is the same writer, same artist, same colorer, Will Quintana on the colors, Adrian Gutierrez, sorry, I'm doing my best Spanish pronunciation here, is on art, and you have Josh Trujillo as the writer. Now, I've read all of these series in single issues. I've bought them digitally in Comixology. They're phenomenal. So why does this book piss me off? Well, Graduation Day has been a long time coming. It was one of these round robin things that did not make it through a couple of years ago, but they decided to put all these series out anyway. I guess they had really good pitches. And I'm thankful for this because this is a fresh book. We've already done an overview of this book on the channel. Not a review, it's up in my reading order. It's coming up soon, or would like to read this series again, but I can say without a doubt, this series is phenomenal. Scarab War contains issues 1 through 6 of the ongoing series, and this is where this fucking pisses me off. Excuse my language. DC took so long to get this book out. It's labeled as Dawn of DC, right? This book so far has 11 issues out. And when does this trade paperback come out with number 1? It comes out the week after the 11th issue comes out of the series. Not the 7th issue, which had an awesome booster gold and a tribute to all the Blue Beetle artists and writers throughout the series with Jaime. It comes out after the 11th issue. Why does that matter, Brent? Tell me why. Well, it matters because they fucking canceled the book with the 11th issue. And that's what pisses me off. Now, I'm fine if a company cancels a book. I understand they got to make money. It's got to sell enough to do well. But I'm pissed off that it took them 11 months to put out the first trade. Yeah, I know it's only 5 months later. But still, if you're going to put out the first trade of a book where, obviously Graduation Day did enough that they decided to continue it with the same team. And the same team introduced so many new elements in here with a new offshoot of the Reach, with new scarabs, different colors here, that they carried it over into the same story. So something was done right. It was done well enough in Graduation Day that you continue to do it here in Scarab War, and introduces another new scarab, right? You got the green scarab here, you get the yellow scarab, and I can't pronounce their names, I'm sorry, I can't remember. But then you introduce the new bad guy. This is the blood scarab, and boy, was he an awesome villain for Jaime. Somebody new, somebody terrifying, and I loved every minute of this book. But what pisses me off, well, page 3 here as I'm ranting, what pisses me off is that nobody had the chance to pick up this first trade and jump on the single issues to raise the sales. Nobody had a chance to read this wonderful, wonderful book and read this awesome story and jump on and increase the sales and give it a shot. They just kneecapped it. Like, did they put out this book just because there was a Blue Beetle movie that came out, when issue number 2 of this was out last year? I think so, but still. The first Blue Beetle series ran for 36 issues. Phenomenal. Then you had the new 52 one that ran for 16? It was okay. Then he redid it with Rebirth, and that had 3 trades, 18 issues. Then you have Jaime jump over into, Threshold halfway in there. And then you relaunch it again. And so this is another 18 issues if you go, or 15, 1 through 11 here with this volume, and then 6 issues over there in Graduation Day. Only to then go like, whatever. We're not even going to put the trade out in time to give it to try and give it a sales boost, for people to try it out. Because there were people that loved Graduation Day. It's a phenomenal story. The artwork in here is phenomenal. And they just don't give it enough. They didn't put the trade out soon enough to give it enough time. It sucks so bad. This is a big blunder from DC. Big blunder. I hope that Josh Trujillo and Adrian Gutierrez get some love from that company or a different company whatsoever that recognized their talents, because they did not get treated well on Blue Beetle Scarab War. I know they had a great time writing it and doing it. I follow Josh Trujillo on Twitter, and he's a phenomenal follow. He's been highlighting like the last month of things moments he loved from their run here across both of these different series as the 11th issue was getting ready to come out. And you can just see the love for the character in the book and in his tweets, and I'm just so sorry that this did not get more attention and more love. And it's got to be because they took forever to put this out. So yeah, it fucking sucks. All right, enough ranting. It's been 5 minutes already. Blue Beetle Scarab War collects issues 1 through 6 of the next volume of Jaime's series. Goes for $20, and it's well worth your time. It does end in a cliffhanger, but let me tell you, the second volume somehow is going to come out in January, and that's going to continue where this cliffhanger left off in, like I said, the fun Booster Gold Blue Beetle romp of issue number 7. I've already read it. That's awesome. But yeah, it's cool. So this kind of picks up where Graduation Day left off. Jaime's no longer in high school. You have Ted Kord back, and they're kind of doing things very similar to like the Blue Beetle movie, right? Graduation Day introduced Palmera City, and here we have similar characters. We have Victoria Kord, we have Ted Kord kind of around, but we still have the Horizon who we met in the Graduation Day series. And they're kind of this offshoot, peaceful offshoot of the Reach that's, trying to hide out on Earth. And at the same time, you have this new character, this guy called the Blood Scarab, that's going around and attacking Ted Kord. And what is his story? What is he about? And what's really awesome about the Blood Scarab is that he's just frightening. He is terrifying. Jaime has never faced a villain like him before, and he has to find new ways to battle him. He calls in the other Scarabs. Oh gosh, Yastides. I forget if that's this one or the green one. But he has both of these new female Scarabs that he fought in Graduation Day. They're now kind of on the side of good, and they have to try and team up to fight the Blood Scarab. Whether they're successful or not, I will let you find out, but they have some difficulty. Starfire shows back up in here from the Graduation Day series. Tracy 13, there's Madame Xanadu, and Jaime's armor gets a little bit of upgrade here with this kind of extra angular spiky form. It's kind of cool. Adrian Gutierrez is he's very anime inspired. And at first, when I was reading Graduation Day, I wasn't sure if I was going to like that art style, but he puts enough expression in here and enough emotion that I fell in love with it. Like, Jaime, his eyes obviously open and close. This is very like Marvel movie Spider-Man right now, but the action lines are here. Everything is dynamic. Everything's exaggerated. To a point where you get across what the emotions are and you feel everything every character is feeling because it's right there on the page. This is not a David Finch book where he can't draw people that with different faces, much less different facial expressions. I really, really like it. The colorist adds a lot here. I really like the colors. They're very bright and vibrant. It very much feels like Miami. As a native Floridian, I know what that looks like and feels like. And whether this, I think Palmera City is somewhere in, it's got to be close to El Paso. I'll call it Corpus Christi. I believe it's still Texas after all. But that's kind of what it makes me feel like. And I think the movie lifted a little bit from Graduation Day. And by the time this was coming out and the movie had come out or they'd seen the previews, it probably lifted a little bit from there, even though I'm pretty sure the writer and artist of this book had not seen the movie until it actually came out. So a couple months early, but certainly the trailer. But I think it's all based on what they set up on Graduation Day for certain. But yeah, the Blood Scarab battle is brutal. The finality is fantastic. You have all the other Scarabs and heroes coming in to help Jaime face him, and ultimately it reaches a climax that I loved. I loved every minute of it. No complaints here. So yeah, that is Blue Beetle Scarab War, Volume 1 of what is going to be a 2-volume series. There's your 1 volume here. But really, this should be Volume 2 of what we're going to call the Graduation Day era, because it does line up with those guys and the styles and everything like that. So again, go and seek this out. Go pick up Graduation Day. Then go get Scarab War, and then wait a couple months for Volume 2, which is just as good, and introduces another new villain for Jaime to battle. But man, I'm so pissed that DC fucked this up so bad. I love this series. Gets my highest recommendation. Go get this book. It's wonderful. And DC, screw you for messing up this badly. I thought you knew better. Josh, Adrian, Will, Quintana, thank you so much for doing Jaime justice and giving us this beautiful series. I have them all. I will get them all again. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you thought of the new Blue Beetle volume down below in the comments. We'll see you guys next time in the Funny Pages.